Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is
Morning.
good morning. It is time for coffee and conversation this morning. And we are so excited. We haven't had Whitney Robertson on our show for about a year, y'all.
It has been a little minute.
Yeah, it's been about a year. So we are excited to have her back and to talk about multiple streams of income because I just went to go get a cup of coffee for this morning's show and gas was $3.84. Yesterday, gas
Gas
was
three ninety
$3.
nine.
Wow. 3.99.
$3.99. I just spent $70 filling up my Dodge Journey.
Wow. See, that's why it's so important for us to add additional streams of income to our household right now. And today we're going to be having that conversation with Whitney Robertson, very educated woman, very smart woman, and she has multiple businesses, right? So, Whitney, can you tell us about yourself, who you are, where you're from, some of your background and credentials?
Yes, so I am, and excuse me, I'm a mom. I've got a toddler. He's handing me his toy. I'm trying to open it with a pair of tweezers. Multitasking, right? Um, so I'm Whitney Robertson. I am a wife and mom of two boys, two very energetic boys. My husband and I have been married for 6 years. We've been together for 16. We met in French class in college, and we have been inseparable ever since. Um, and I have a bachelor's in paralegal studies, and then I have a master's in legal studies. Um, and just recently, like with the start of the pandemic, I took a break from the traditional workforce, so that I could be actively present with my children. Um, and I wanted to watch them grow, but as Black women, what do? We get bored because we can't just sit still. We always have to be doing something. So I started just doing like little bitty side hustles here and there. I started with life insurance. And then I took on mobile notary, and I had already been baking in the background. So I've been doing all of those things. But then within this last year, I have started like a virtual assisting business, which I like to say I am a virtual chief operating officer, because there aren't too many of those. And so um, I, I help, businesses, and I'm also working with some real estate developers and real estate agents who are looking to outsource some of their administrative and operational functions for their day to day.
Yes, I love that. And whoever this is, I can't see your name. Thank you for tuning in from church. You here in the spirit. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you. But yeah, so back to you, Whitney. So what you said was during the pandemic, right? You decided to stay home and take a break from corporate America. I
Yeah.
think that was one of the biggest blessings was to be able to, just take a break, right?
Yeah. Yes, for sure. For
Take
sure.
And during that break, you were able to gain clarity on some visions and some dreams that you wanted to enact on, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So can you tell us more about your virtual assistant business that you just launched?
So I people like to reach out to me for various reasons. They're always like, "Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that?" And I'm like, yeah, like sure. And so recently, I had a young guy reach out to me, and he was like, what? I want to start a business. I want it to be legit. I want to, form like an actual LLC, and file like actual articles of organization. I need to set up a business account, and I need to do this, and I need to do that, and I need to have somebody that I can lean on who can help me with, these small things because I know what I want to do. I just don't know how to do it. Um, and he was like, and I can pay you. And I was like, ding, 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 ding. Magic words. So I work with him literally. He pays me on a bi-weekly basis. I set up his LLC for the state of Illinois in November, got his little EIN situated, set up his business bank accounts. I literally just set up a trucking arm for his business last week. So he's starting like a box freight trucking company, which is pretty lucrative.
Very lucrative.
Yes, I just talked to him yesterday about doing like a laundromat. He hey, excuse me, mommy's busy. Go finish eating your grapes. Um and see, all the time interruptions because I got these kids. But but he shoots music videos. He's like a music producer. Like, so I actually set up not just a regular LLC for him, but a series LLC. So that way when you set up a series LLC, you can set up individual businesses underneath that, and then they each have their own liability. Um, and so I've actually connected him with some of my real estate developers because he owns a random plot of land on the south side of Chicago. And he's like, yeah, I want to build a multifamily unit. And I'm like, okay, bro, let's just not have this land sitting here vacant. Let's do something with that.
Right.
Um, and I help my real estate developers close contracts. I write contracts for them for various properties. Um, just so much. I connect them with, do a little bit of consulting work, connecting them with architects and construction companies that I just happen to like. I just happen to know like the most random people. So I know like two black owned, women owned construction companies. One is in Chicago, one is in Texas. One of my real estate developers is going to be working on building low income affordable housing for families in Chicago. So, like in Woodlawn, the up and coming areas like West Inglewood and things of that nature. He lives here in St. Louis. Okay. He lives here in St. Louis, but he didn't have any contacts in Chicago. And I was like, you know what? I actually know someone who owns, a construction company, and he's very adamant about working with black owned businesses. And I said, yeah, she's black owned, woman owned. She's got a degree in engineering. She's a former beauty queen. You'll like her. Um, and he was like, wow, you just know so many people. And then one of my other real estate clients that I work with, she also lives in this area, but she just so happens to be building a mini subdivision in Dallas, Texas. And I was like, you know what? I just so happen to know a general contractor who's black owned, woman owned, and she lives in Dallas, Texas. Let
Yeah.
me connect you guys. Like, I just know like random people, just so random all the time. Like, I have a friend who is an entomologist, and she works with bugs. And so like randomly I'll see like little random bugs. I'm like, what's this? Is this poisonous? And she'll text me like it's fine or stay away from that. So, it just pays to like talk to people, get to know them, because you never know when you'll be able to utilize their services or they'll be able to utilize your services.
Yeah, absolutely. So there are a few things that I want to highlight that you said, right? The first thing that I liked is that you took your skills that you learned from corporate America from working at the law firm, right? You took those skills and you utilized those skills in your virtual assistant business because I heard you say real estate contracts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so another thing that you said was that you build a foundation for a company.
Mhm.
So with the company, you're getting them their LLC, you're getting them their business bank accounts, and those are essential things that business owners need, right? To
Yep.
get the business off the ground. So
Yes.
that's essential, right? And the last thing that you mentioned is one of the things that I always teach in my coaching program is networking, connections, and collaboration. That is
Yes.
essential. And because you know all these people, you can refer them out to each other to help build our businesses, right? So
Yep.
what you have is very, very valuable, very valuable. So can you tell us what are the importance of having a side hustle in 2022?
Well, they've been talking a lot about the great corporate flight that's been happening over the last year or so. And basically, what that is that people are, beginning to feel undervalued in their current positions. Yes, I would love to connect with you. Just, we'll get the details at the end and we can connect. But people are beginning to feel undervalued in these positions. The 5-day work week that came from Henry Ford. He decided that he wanted to have his people work 40 hours a week, 5 days a week. That was not the norm pre Henry Ford. People, they used to pay livable wages. Like, it used to be your company's job to make sure you were set up for retirement. um but now they put that on you. You have to put that money into a 401k. You have to put that money, excuse me, I'm plugging in my laptop. You have to put, hey, don't do that. You have to put that money into an IRA. But they used to have, what do they call them? Pensions. And it used to be your job's business, that it used to be their job to make sure you were set up for retirement, but they passed that buck on to their employees, and they are continuing to pass the buck on to their employees. So healthcare is becoming mad expensive, right?
Yeah.
Savings, all these random just things that used to be on your employer, that used to be benefits to actually getting a job, has been passed on to employees. You're looking now and you're seeing that they can't even get workers to come to McDonald's anymore. The kids don't even want a job. The kids do not, the kids do not want a job because the kids is like, what I'm gonna do with $9 an hour? I want some Jordans. So I need to go find somebody that's gonna pay me at least 15 an hour so my paycheck can be enough for those 20 hours I work during the week, right? And
Right.
so now you're seeing, places like McDonald's and White Castle, Burger King, starting you off at $13 and $14 an hour, and then actually paying you on a daily basis.
Right.
You're seeing these jobs they're getting desperate.
Desperate.
And people are leaving these jobs. I mean, don't even get me started on, traditional corporate America. People are feeling undervalued. When you request time off, that's not saying you asking for permission. That's you letting your employer know, hey, I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks. I'm going on vacation in a month. And then they have the nerve to try and say, no, you can't go. We need you in here. Well, I'm sorry, I'm an adult. I didn't ask you to come to my vacation. So I need to be paid.
Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute. All right. I see she went off. But yeah, I understand exactly what she's saying. Like, and that's one of the reasons why I left corporate America because I desired the time freedom, right? I love to travel. I love to visit family. So me leaving corporate America and being able to start a business on my own, it was essential, right? so I can have the time freedom that I desire. And so right now, what we're doing is we're working towards that financial independence piece where we don't have to depend on the corporate America system, where we're able to build our businesses by networking, collaborating, and build them on these platforms, right? So we don't have to work in the corporate sector anymore, and we can transition ourselves out to become business owners. Hold on just 1 second. 1 second.
Okay, there we go. I don't know what happened with my. Sorry. See, now I'm on here
Okay,
twice.
so you have to close out of one of them because it looks like two are open with me.
Yeah, so something happened with my laptop, and so then now, like this, I'm on my phone on this one. So I will try and close my phone out, or should I keep the
Yeah.
phone?
Close the one out that has the mute. It has you on mute. Close that one out. All right, there we go.
Jordan, she
No
doesn't need a cosigner, okay?
no worries.
Okay.
So, go ahead. You were speaking about corporate America and taking time off and being able to have your own business so you can transition out of corporate.
Yes, yes. So it's important to have a side hustle so that way you can put yourself into a position to actually leave that job and take that leap of faith. And once it starts making money, go ahead and stop calling it a side hustle. Go ahead and form that business. You know, a lot of people give like MLM platforms like a bad, name, but that's how I got started with
I got
life
started.
insurance. Now, I am not with the original platform that I started in, but it did for that year that I enjoyed being in it. It gave me tools, it gave me, you know, those different things that I needed so that I would feel comfortable enough, different systems that I would feel comfortable enough to step away from that and just be independent. And I'm cool with that. Like I work with an independent agent out of Virginia now. And it's just a whole new world. So once they become lucrative, go ahead and step out on faith. Yeah,
Yeah.
mommy needs to charge that. Why don't you go play with your blocks?
And what I love is that the fact that you said that you got the training and skill set, right? So you
Hmm.
started network marketing, which that is another way to build your network, right? Because I started
Yes.
in network marketing
Yes,
too.
it
Started
certainly
in real estate.
is.
Yeah. And it's a good way to build your network, right? So now you have those referrals that you can refer out to your clients. You have those people when you need something that you can call on, right? For your
Mm-hmm.
business.
Yep. Yep. That's what I say. Networking, period, is key. Networking is key. You have to just have that conversation with people. And I'm not saying, like you on the city bus and you just start talking to folk, because people be on the bus, they don't want to be bothered. But, if people try to strike up a conversation or
Yeah.
ask you about something or try to just get to know you, go ahead and take that conversation. I know that we're in a time where we don't want to be bothered. We just ain't got the time. We just had a day. We're not trying to be affected by nobody else's stuff. But you just never know who you're going to meet. It won't hurt you to say, you know what? I don't have the capacity for the conversation right now, but here's my card. Let's set up a time and let's discuss, you next week or, whatever.
I've networked with a lot of people, like even at the airport, I've met some amazing people who I am still associated with. And I met them at the airport. I met people at the gym who are business people. I literally meet people everywhere, right? And the,
Mm-hmm.
the key is staying connected, right? Just staying connected. So one of the things I wanted to know, what are some of the obstacles that you've had to overcome as a black woman in business?
Um, you know, it's just people taking you serious. Like,
Mhm.
black women are some of the most educated people, period, in our country.
Yeah.
And, we still have to face those microaggressions like, oh, wow, you're just so articulate. And, you can't get too upset or, too boisterous because, oh, why are you so angry?
Yeah.
I'm not angry. I just disagree with what you're saying right now. So I just tell people, forget what those people are going to say. You
Yeah.
know, just do it. Assert your opinion. Be you. Um, because everybody faces the same obstacles, you know. But if you have that confidence and you know what you're talking about and you know that you can do, what it is that you're setting out to do, then do it.
Yeah, I love that. Now, can you tell us more? Because you are a mom, right? You're a wife, right? You're a business owner who owns multiple businesses, right?
Hmm.
So, can you take time for self care, number one, right? And who supports you in all your business endeavors?
Yeah, so self-care, that's an obstacle. I'm just keeping real on Sunday. That's an obstacle. I usually I try to at least go and get my hair done at least once a month so I don't end up with this bun that I'm in right now. And so I'll be making an appointment here over the next couple of days because it's been 6 weeks and it's time. Um, I've got thick for a hair 4B hair, and it's just it's not my ministry to do my own hair. It's not. So um I've been rocking a bun for about 2 weeks. It's time to go ahead and make that appointment. And my husband, he's very supportive with the things that I do, and he actually tries to encourage me to go and get my hair done, go and get my nails done, go and take a bubble bath, just leave the house. It's okay to let the kids wake up at night and to let them just stay in their room, and if they cry, they cry. They're not newborns. They're 2.5 and 7.5. They'll be all right. They're fed, they're full, they're not thirsty, they know how to get up, get a snack. So it's just trying to let that stuff go sometimes. So that I would say that is definitely an obstacle, but my husband is very supportive. My family is very supportive. One of my sisters, we literally we all have our group chats, and we
Yeah.
like to just sit in there and talk and
Yeah.
just say anything in there. But we also have those days where we say, okay, what are you working on today? What's occurring? Why aren't you, Whitney, why haven't I seen you marketing your businesses? I know you're doing all these things. Why haven't I seen anything posted about it? And I'm like, you know what, you're right. We hold each other accountable, and that's important.
Right. Well, I love the fact that you mentioned holding each other accountable, right? Because that's what I do as a coach, right? I
Hmm.
hold you accountable, right? To your goals that you set, and that's essential in business, right? Is to be able
Hmm.
to be held accountable to get it done because the revenue has to come. The marketing has to be done for your family to be able to eat,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, if you don't do the work, you won't make any money. It's as
Exactly.
simple as that. you know,
Exactly.
People can't support you. People
Exactly.
can't utilize your businesses if they don't know that you
You
have
have
one.
business. Yes, exactly. So one of the things that I wanted to ask you is, can you just give us a list of the multiple streams of income and the businesses that you own, and let us know where we can find you?
So I do life insurance. I'm thinking about maybe getting into the health realm. Maybe that's a very big maybe. Because I don't feel like taking any tests right now. I do mobile notary, and I'm a loan signing agent. So with that, various signing companies and title companies reach out to me so that way I can go into people's homes or meet them at a restaurant and have them sign their loan documents. And because I am a commission notary, I can also do general notary work. So people can call me on their own accord and say, hey, I need this document, notarized. I set my own fees. In the state of Illinois, it's only at $5 per stamp, but you can set your convenience fees or your travel fees, and people gonna pay it because they're calling you at 8:30 at night on a Tuesday to meet you at the CVS parking lot so you can sign, their pension doc that needs to be turned back in to their employer by midnight. So
Yeah.
that's an easy $30, easy $50, for work. And then I'm also doing my virtual assistant business. And so I can be found on Facebook. I'm Whitney Robertson. And on Instagram, I am the Mother Hustler.
The
Um,
mother hustler. The
yes,
mother hustler.
yes. And so that's just the is spelled THEE, and then mother spelled regular, hustler spelled regular. And you can find me on there. You can message me and then DM me. Oh, it's dead, honey. You can send me a message. I'll give you my phone number, things of that nature, and we can chat. I don't have individual pages set up because, bro, Peppa's gonna have to wait, okay? Kiara was actually just getting on me about that earlier, so I'll be setting time with her next week so I can get myself together too. You know.
Yeah. And ladies, if you are looking for support in marketing, you can always message me to be on the show so we can get your business marketed, right? So you can message me in my DM or you can email me at Ambitious Women LLC so we can get you on the platform and I'll send you details for that. But I want to thank you so much, Whitney, for taking your time out of your busy day. I know you're a mom and you're very busy, right? With the
Yeah,
boys,
bright and early, right?
bright and early, right? So thank you for taking your time and educating the ladies this morning. Whitney dropped some nuggets on the life insurance business. You can be a notary, you can be a virtual assistant. And one of the things
Oh,
that
I do bake too. I forgot. I bake.
the baking, yes. I was like, she forgot the baking. And so during the holidays, she did a lot of baking and she traveled to take the cake to the location. So if you want to tell them more about your baking, and then we'll go ahead and end the
Yeah, I forgot. Yes, I bake. So you can find my baking page on Facebook. It's the Sugar Sommelier. And then on Instagram, it's the Sugar Sommelier, but it's the period sugar period sommelier. So you can find me there, and you can see all my little creations. And I need to get back in the kitchen. I actually planned on doing that today. Somebody wants me to make some chocolate chip cupcakes. So,
Hey, hey. All right. So we're gonna drop all that information. After that, we'll drop it here in the chat. So I want to thank everybody who showed up today. Thank you who said get it, girls. Thank you. And y'all have a blessed Sunday. Bye. Thank you, Whitney.
bye.